There we go. Hello, YouTube. This is Alzoru coming to you from the CityCraft server where, well, frankly, no, not a lot has happened since last time. But the guild, on the other hand, has gotten quite the glow up. I believe last video, I hadn't even put a roof on this thing, but nah. Oh, it's got a roof, which is slowly oxidizing, and I've even done a little bit of interior work. Yay. You might be wondering about that head. And from back there, well, we'll talk about that in a bit. But first, I gotta show you Baez's Baytown. You may be wondering why I'm in spectator mode, and that is purely to show you what I have done. Now, I'll be the first to admit, I totally used creative mode for what I'm about to show you, and you might be wondering, isn't this a survival multiplayer server? Well, yes, but there are times when we can use creative mode for stuff, namely for story builds and in Season 1, community builds, so we haven't done that for a while until now. This is technically a community build, since it's completely non-profit. I will not be making a single diamond out of this. Now, here is the how to play. I mean, what I could fit on the signs anyway. Pause the video if you need to. I'll wait. Alright. Here are the rules. Again, pause the video if you need to. You got it? Good. Wonderful. Here are the deck boxes. Currently, 4 of these rooms have been taken. More can be added if need be, namely in this direction. And since there's actually something here. But we'll talk about that in a bit. For the time being, we have 3 proper players and me for playtesting. We've got Logan, we've got Novel, who has yet to click his deck box. We've got Whip, who has only done 2 runs and is already the most powerful player of this game on the server. For the shop, we've got all kinds of wonderful little goodies. From weapons and armor to a more dungeon keys if you're having a hard time finding any in the wild. Ender pearls, flash potions of healing, and foob. All you need to do is pop a dungeon key into this barrel, and this door will open. Now, what this actually is essentially me trying to make a version of Decked Out with very minimal redstone. Because I am not the kind of redstone god that Tango is. I'm not even the kind of redstoner that Mumbo is. I'm just a guy who knows a thing or two. I'm closer to Grian's level than any of those guys. Alright, let me see here. This is the main entrance hallway. You can either go straight on, left, or right. If you go to the left, the first thing you'll probably see is the exit. Now, fair warning, it is entirely possible to get jumped by zombies from this spotter if you tarry too long in here. Go to the left and down, and you'll find an alternate entrance into the ice room. As you can see, it's very cold in here. There are barrels around on this room and others that have all kinds of lovely little prizes in them, namely cards and dungeon gold. Dungeon gold is the shop currency of this mini game. As for the cards, they will decide what kind of gear you can enter the dungeon with. And I just realized that I have 2 copies of Turtle Helm in this same room. Oh well, I guess whoever enters next will have to deal with that. The Turtle Helm is actually going to be useful if you happen to take on the underwater level. A level that no one has conquered yet. Most haven't even tried. But if you find that a bit too much, perhaps you could enter the Nether level, an expansive area that has references to all of the Nether's various interesting terrains, except for the Basalt Delta. I should expand this area to include a Basalt Delta now that I think about it, but that's for another day. You probably noticed the Ravager. This particular one is named Stinky. But he's not the only Ravager in this maze. This is Fluffy the Terrible. Fluffy is kind of stuck in her little corridor here, by accident. That is not something that was supposed to happen. But she's stuck there. If I go for a round 2 of this, you better believe I'll make these corridors a bit taller, so that she can properly chase her victims. Then there's the end room, where we find Bully. And you can hear the final boss from here. Camping in this little doorway, we have the final dungeon boss, our very own Warden. I've been hoping that he would just sink into the skulk at some point, but he never did. Even when I dried out this huge area of squid and fish that was bothering him. But nah, he just kinda camps right near the entrance to his area. And that is the basic overview of Decked Out Alzoru Edition. I've been wondering if maybe I should remove one of the Guardian spawners in here, because as it feels like it might be a little too much. Even I've almost died in here. Our first victim was our dear sweet Logan, Ink Machine Kid. This isn't in his original grave, but it is a grave where he just outright had lost. He fell off the stairs from right about here when he was running from strays. And of course, I've got my very own maintenance chamber where I can grab dungeon keys and the various loot people earn from cards. The cards themselves, dungeon gold, and more equipment. But now that we're done with that, I think it's him. I go check on buys. And the other boy. And here we see the bar is hard at work outside of its natural habitat, helping out one of its friends with a build. Where's Logan? And here we see the Logan in its natural habitat, tending to a crop of melons and pumpkins, storing away enough food to feed its family for the winter. Why am I at one bar? God, I love watching Bai's work. Unfortunately, it's not particularly active at the moment. And, right now, no one's actually in the dungeon. Bai's only just now learned about it, really. I mean, I'm sure he saw the announcement, but it seemed like he didn't really, he hadn't found any of the keys and didn't know what they were for. And who the F left a floating tree? So inconsiderate. Might as well show you guys the map because since Morg hasn't been around due to, well, basically personal reasons, I've been the one who's had to keep the map updated. We even have a new member, Inamrazui or something like that. And here's my iPad. Not much has changed, really. Still the same old place with the same old sugarcane farm and the same old giant mob box spawner. This is the first time I've really looked around in here. Like, I'm trying to find where. Oh, that's where the zombies and skeletons are spawning. Because I forgot to put the corners there. Okay, that makes sense. Well, that's that mystery solved. Turns out, I'm stupid. Goodness. My elytra looking a bit worn. No time like the present. And to show you guys how I grind up most of my EXP, I guess. Haha. It's usually at least a little faster than this. I've been considering making a second level to this thing. Like a second floor, basically. Try and get more out of it, you know? You know, not that it hasn't been doing nicely, it's just between this farm and my sugarcane farm, this farm is definitely a little slower. A lot of the time, at least. I also just get lots and lots of spider string out of this. Like, you have no idea how much wool I've been able to make because of this thing that nobody wants. Here is the amount of wool I've been able to make out of this farm. And again, nobody wants it. Also very happy to announce that I've got a stack of diamonds and every single one of them is legit. I may use creative mode to make a few things on the server. Or again, mostly story builds. But any riches I obtain, that's a legit. Ooh. That'll do. I actually managed to close that on my way down. I'm impressed. I'm proud of myself. Since I'm here, I might as well show you guys how this is played. Oh. Okay, there we go. Connection! Wrong way. Now, these are the things that I've managed to get through my runs of the game. However, I'm going to eschew doing any of that to show you guys is a run of the game as if I'm a new player. Well, for the most part. I mean, I still have access to the maintenance hatch. I'd be able to grab that dungeon gold. I'm not actually going to do any of it for the purpose of showing you guys, but like I said, not getting any cards just yet, or just now. Bail. Slap Fluffy. Sup, bully? Yeah, that's it. Come up here. Come up. Get juked. Lol. Wow, two of the unique cards in that box. I'm actually quite tempted to get those, but I did say I wasn't going to actually get anything. Why do I do this to myself? Never mind that. I gotta get away before he gets me. Really is a pity that Fluffy is just stuck in her spot. Poor girl. Just note to self, if I ever get around to making a round 2 for this game, I gotta make those halls taller. Oh no! Uh-oh, stinky. And that is what a first run might look like. Except, you know, I didn't take anything. But now I'm going to actually power myself up properly and show you how I can run this thing at my actual power level. Suck it, Fluffy! Don't need that. Just gonna leave that there. Sure, I could trade cards at somebody, but oh, the chain boots would actually be really useful. I slew a stray. Bread. Can't believe it. I'm the first person to ever get anything out of that room. Fun fact, whoever kills the Ravager gets like 5 diamonds, or kills any of the Ravagers, really. Now, I'm not looking to do that myself. I'd just have to give myself 5 diamonds, and that would be pointless, but like, as for anyone else, I didn't think that would kill her! Fluffy! No! I should have left her alone. I better tell everyone on the server about this. Alright, time to go grab my prizes. The halls just became much safer. Chain boots. Where's the turtle helm? Turtle helm. Adventurer's boots. I guess this technically means I owe myself 5 diamonds. Okay then. I know I and Whip have taken pot shots at Fluffy already, but I didn't expect the arrow to finish her off. Oh, I feel so bad. I've basically robbed someone of 5 diamonds. Oh no. Well, even though I can literally hit ya Just grab one for maintenance. I'm going to, like, purchase a dungeon key so I can give it to somebody later. Few steaks. And I am absolutely ready for my next run through. Get my real gear back on. Well, Yuga is now know how this dungeon works, and you have borne witness to the death of the first Ravager. Well, technically the second. And the first one I killed on purpose because he was camping in the stairs of the ice room, making it impossible to progress, but it's the first Ravager that matters. I genuinely feel so bad right now. Well, I guess I better fly back home. I'll see you guys in the next episode, and, pray for the next poor victim of the dungeon, who isn't me. Or Whip. And especially pray for anyone entering for the first time. It may be easier than it was when I first made it, but it's still not an easy thing to go through.